Yeah, I don't know if this is a campaign 4 already. Oh, hey everybody, what's up? This is Retro K Reviews, talking a long overdue chat about my overall thoughts for the announcement last couple of weeks for campaign 4 on Critical Role's end. Big updates for the show's side of things. No, I don't know any new details for Mighty Nine that has already been announced. No trailers yet, outside of the teaser for the whole team, which already happened. I think that was their backdrop to how they originally were announced. I guess not announced, but introduced in the actual play proper. So as always, go to the teaser as usual for that. Last up on quick announcements, and I guess we catching up to the main news. Not really much on the live shows. I think the Oats and Ash, I think one shot might be coming on, might be coming in on the VODs this week on Thursday. So again, if that happens, I'll probably do a quick short about it. I'm very I was very happy to see the Australian live shows they did a few months back. That was amazing. So as always, cards to their I guess playlist if they have a playlist for the live shows for those one shots. Outside of that, that's kind of really it for main previous campaigns content. Now on to the big picture here. What is my overall thoughts of everything that was announced so far for campaign 4? Let's get the most obvious bit of business out of the way. It's been long rumored in the community and the fandom for about the back half of campaign 3, so almost going on almost a year and a half now, that we all were on two camps. I was on the camp of, oh no, they're totally going to do Daggerheart. They're totally going to have to showcase as much as they can with that feature. Why not, implement it obviously into new characters and stuff like that. Yeah, turns out that's not the case. So another big news, if you saw my short, then you already know where this is coming. Matt is not GMing, and there is going to be a record-breaking 13, yes, 13 with a capital 13, people rotating cast. I think that's how they're capitulating how this is, game style is going to work. I do not know the name of the style that the now actual GM for this, Brennan Lee Mulligan, was talking about. So again, I'm going to leave a wiki for all the news so far. I'm also going off the wiki just in case I'm missing people in this cast so far. So the cast is included and not limited to Laura Bailey, Luis Carrasco, Robbie Damon, Abria Iyengar, Taliesin Jaffe, Ashley Johnson, Matthew Mercer, Whitney Moore, who I don't know, but I heard some good things about her. Marisha Ray, Sam Riegel, Alex Ward, who I think was in the Gods section of I think the start of the reign after the fall of Aor throughout campaign 3, and I think some other miniseries applications. Maybe Candela, I could be wrong. Travis Willingham and Brennan Lee Mulligan, Liam O'Brien, and that's it. That is the whole list. That is a huge cast to start campaign 4 with. This is a culmination of, I'm assuming, a good 10 years of just Critical Role in general, TTRPG live shows, and actual play content creators all coming together to make what will probably be either the best thing for Critical Role or the worst thing for Critical Role. And circling back to the whole, well, are they going to do Daggerheart or are they going to do 5e? Well, if you saw their announcement video, and I believe the fireside chat from Matt and Brennan, they basically overconfirmed that, yes, they're going to stick to 5e. Now, my best assumption for the news is that it kind of makes sense on Brennan's end that he could probably reacquaint himself with new characters, with a new world, and acclimate it better with 5e, since he has a history of just building new worlds on like a season-by-season basis. For those who don't watch D20, sorry, Dimension 20, then you know that that's kind of how it is. Outside of that, it is a bummer. I thought, they would take the biggest risk with that, but I guess they want to keep it to, like, mini-series stuff, or other shows, or other, I don't know, one-shots they want to plan out in the future, which, honestly, I get it. In all honesty, the game itself is only a few months old as of this recording, but they've been playtesting it for years, I think, since the pandemic, so I guess maybe they got a little bit of, like, I don't know what's the DICE equivalent of, like, ring rust, but I feel like that's kind of the case, and now they have to reinstitute new rules, new presets that the community is agreeing with. I don't know. That's probably how it's going to be, if anything else. So my hope for most of these now, I think 3 or 4 groups that they're going to be doing, their first story arc, I think, is called Overturn. Again, I'm reading off the wiki, so Brennan and everybody said that in the announcement trailer please let me know in the comments down below. So I don't know what that'll mean. That'll probably mean like how this new world has been like 70 plus years since all 3 original campaigns timeline. I think they call that timeline the Age of Reclamation. I don't know how that's going to be post that. So I guess another simple fact is that I guess they want to keep it at that level of a decades, mainly to keep it in the original timeline, I guess, more or less. I don't really know. What I do know is that there's going to be a very packed group of people. That is going to be even huger as time goes on when they inevitably get guest characters, which they probably will have to. If anyone's not busy or whatever, as far as their alumni of knowing each other cast-wise, of being voice actors over the years, with that huge of a cast, they all have a history with somebody. That's probably going to happen. Outside of that, it's very ambitious, regardless of how it looks. I don't know any details as of this recording. I'm just going off the dome for what I remember from both of that and the fireside chat footage. And aside for that, and me getting my own version of almonds aside, if anyone's asking, pizza or hot dogs, just gonna be real here. Before my full New Yorker is showing, yeah, that's kind of my overall thoughts. Again, I think the announcement for the first episode is in October, so I will be doing like I've been doing for anyone who's new here that was during my reviews for Campaign 3 and obviously all of Vox Machina so far. First of all, hi, and this is more of the reintroduction section before I go straight into my end cards. For those who are new, who are critters that are going to be trying this campaign out the first time with my reactions, it's very slow, very sporadic. Please, I'll leave sources as always. I think Lou Bluffin did a great deep dive on basically everything so far. Also, I think she owes the Critical Role Foundation a good $100 in Australian dollars. So check that video out if she did it or not. With that all being said, my overall thoughts for the campaign so far is very ambitious for what it is. If you're a new critter that's found me for the first time, I was mostly, my journey of watching this series was mainly through the animated show from Vox Machina side of things. That's what finally tipped me over the edge to finally give this thing a chance, see all the in-jokes, figure it all out. And speaking of those animated series, how willfully unprepared I'm probably going to be for Mighty Nine fans when the animated series drops, speaking of that October, or I think November as well. Also, I will not be attending New York Comic Con this year, mainly because, once again, personal life-wise, I have a best friend wedding to go to. I have a laptop to still get because that's a whole tech issue, so a lot of major events just happened there, small scale wise, but yeah, that's probably why I'm opting out this year. So for the reason why I'm mentioning that for Mighty Nine fans, you already know that Jester's wedding will be around that same weekend, if not the week after, during Radio City Music Hall. Will I attend it on a theatrical showing of it on like a Regal event or something like that? No, I don't think it's gonna be in my local area. I can venture into Manhattan, but I want to keep it in my local boroughs just to keep it obvious. With that and my queenshood aside, yeah, what is your overall thoughts? What is your hopes for this campaign? I'm sorry that I'm misremembering anything. I don't know the names of all 3 factions that are going to be represented for this 13 person campaign, including obviously the GM. So that being said, and I was trying my best to do a Kamara Ryuki joke because I think that is the same count of writers before we go into like I think the V Cinemas, Gates, and a bunch of other old universe stuff. So sticking to my Toku and into other fandoms aside, what did you overall think of the news? If there's anything I missed details wise and lore, like as always, let me know in the comments down below. And finally, for the end cards, and I haven't done this in a while, did any swordplay with it. One swipe there to the previous playlist of shorts that I already talked about. Tonight will hopefully be another episode of Alien Earth that I will be doing, I think, a last-minute pitch for the voting. Yeah, I mentioned in my community post that I'm trying to see if either cable or Dokken fits best for that format for that mini-series of reviews. Other hand here, speaking of mini reviews, my previous review was, what was it correctly? Let me see if I can find that before we leave the show. I think it was... Oh yes, my overall thoughts so far, coming back as Jason for Peacemaker Season 2. Critical Role half merch here. Yeah, I gotta get new stuff for the new campaign, in case you could tell. To sub the channel, hit the notification bell down below. And until Campaign 4 drops later this year, this is Retro Care Review saying, please don't be crazy, Brendan. Please.